Namaste, all of you. My sound is clear. Do you hear my voice? Okay. So I'm trying from this place. Sometimes the internet connection, you may not get a clear sound or picture. Please bear with me. So what did you search the whole day? Since morning to evening, we have been very busy, right? Doing many things, exploring, trying to finish, starting new things. Preparing, doing, undoing, constantly, not only mentally, physically also. And these few days, did you look into that understanding or that idea which we explored last session? Consciously or unconsciously, we have been looking for pleasant moment, happy things, nice experience, comfortable zones, right? As I said, we need to be aware of that, and not only just awareness, without any doubt, we need to come to this conclusion. Yes, anything I do, what actually I am looking for, I am expecting is that happiness, that pleasant experience. And also not, I want that, I don't want unpleasant experience. And in the process we have been doing, because we want to get that happiness, we are getting into many activities. And you can see that various other living beings, whether it is our pet animals, dogs, cats, or the animals in the jungle, wild animals, or even the domesticated animals. And if you look into other living beings like insects, birds, including even plants, but if we carefully look into how they are working or searching that pleasant experience, it goes within a small circle. Their search or their expectation or the way they can do is very limited. We all know many animals, like, their life, what they are really doing. So basically, if you see that they need food, they need somewhere where they can be protected, not only from external conditions, climate conditions, also from enemies, so they can survive. Also these changes like winter time, summer time. So based on that, they need some kind of shelter, some kind of place to hide, some kind of place to protect from enemies from any form. other animals, human beings, climate, all sorts of threatening that they face. So they just want to protect from that. On top of that, they need food. And it is very limited within that circle. You can see that. If the animal in the jungle, they see that whom they can eat, or whatever the thing like they can eat as a food, and they have only that circle, very limited. They get the food, fine, good enough. Sometimes very easy, sometimes they need to really fight for it. And also they don't have any kind of fear that what I will do next year. So I take the food, bring the food, like, and like really holding it, keeping it for me. There are certain beings, they do it because they can't get that in the winter time, or they can't get it in particular monsoon time, something. So they have this kind of experience. So they learn through that, and it's in the evolution, it passed through genes after genes, and they know that, then they keep it for that period of time. More than that, nothing else. Even the animals, like, the domesticated animals, even our pet animals, their expectation or their requirement is also in a small circle, very limited. Even the people like train the dog as a vegetarian dog. So after once it's trained, when it is that the taste bud is gone into that way, then afterwards, like, they don't look for other things. They are happy with what they get. Or even like any other food, even if you give meat and other thing, that also they have that a limited, very limited requirement. They will not ask like, today I need the food from KFC. What is the food you are giving today that, it is not one, so let us call Food Panda and order from KFC, so I don't want this food. So they don't have this demand. The choice what they make is very limited. The requirement is very limited. And they are very easily satisfied or happy with that, because their sense organs only limited with that. They don't have any other thing to do to get that comfortable zone, to get that happy moments. They have to just protect from the enemies, and they have to get their food, the shelter, good enough. They are done. Of course, now slowly that we are training the pet animals, that they have to slowly they prepare this type of food, and slowly they are training them to get into that. Then they are also getting into that way. If you give that particular food, they eat more. If you give the other food, they protest. They don't want to eat that. So we are also changing their mindset slowly that way. So that pleasant experience, expectation for that, requirement for that, and working on that, it is very, very small circle, limited if you look into other species. But human beings are special, right? Because our senses is not happy, or not, it is not possible to limit in a small circle. The whole universe is not enough. right? Because our mind can expand that far. So now, when we are getting into this search, pleasant experience, happiness, peace of mind. So you can see that everything connected with that. Our choices are plenty. Each senses, if you look into that, it goes a long list. And also, as the studies or technology, everything increasing, improving, our choices are keep on increasing. So what or from where the happiness, the pleasant experience we are getting, there is no limit. Even sense of like hearing, right? So we have this, when the people are talking, speaking nicely, we like to hear, enjoying. Jokes, we like to hear, enjoying. Music, very nice, happy. It's bringing that soothing moment, calming moment, energetic moment. And if you look, just get into that, you can keep on hearing one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. And also now we have all the facilities to store that. For years of music we can store and listen. And like that, if you look at, the sense organ eyes. So the vision, the one like, what we can enjoy through that, plenty. We go to this place, we can enjoy. Some people like the nature things, some people like the modern things, some people like art. So many things. It's endless. And other important thing, food, taste buds. Again, before it's only like what the food we can get from home, we had only that choice. Right now, we can even order the food far away from your place, not only from your own country, you can even order the food from other country. And all the cuisines are available. Even now, furthermore, it is come, you don't need to even take one step away from your home. From the home, you can get all types of food. So we have many choices. So if you compare to other beings with human beings, our choices are plenty, endless. In fact, the circle, I said like they are all very in a small circle, in a limited way. But for us, the whole universe circle, that big actually the choice what we have. So what happens? We can keep on alternating, we can change. When you take the food, now we can go into different kind of taste. Today Western cuisine, tomorrow Indian cuisine, afterwards Chinese cuisine, Thai cuisine. Then you can go for Middle East. Then you can go for further, indigenous. One day, okay, outside food is boring, so something try our own cuisine. And even within the same, plenty of choices, and what utilizing all this, and slowly we want to get whatever we are getting, we want to protect and we want to maintain that pleasant experience moments. But what we are missing in that, the same experience, that pleasant experience, is not happening all the time from the same source. Today you get a new food. It's nice, delicious, very yummy, tasty. Okay. Then tomorrow also you look for that. Day after tomorrow also you look for it. You get that, enjoying. But fourth day, it's nice, but it's okay. Fifth day, it is nice, but I don't want today. Sixth day, no, it's not for me. Seventh day, can you change the food, please? Can I get something else? The first day is so yummy, so nice, delicious, wonderful. But what is that pleasant experience, what we get, is not the same. The food is same, ingredients are same, the chef also same, the tongue is same, the stomach is same, the mind is same, everything is same. But the pleasant experience, what we are getting from that, is not same when we are getting the same thing again and again. Mind is not happy with that. And it goes with everything. That's why the human beings are not satisfied with what they have. Whatever they are getting, whether it is education, knowledge, whether it is food, whether it is things, whether it is people, friends, relationships, there is no limit for that. And as the choices, varieties keep increasing, and what the pleasant experience I am getting today from the same thing is not same after some time. But we don't give up. We keep on exploring, we keep on changing, we keep on altering things, because fundamentally we are looking for that pleasant experience. And we don't want unpleasant experience. So we are being educated from our parents, from our school, society, from all these, this bunch of people, whatever they believe that this is the way we can be happy. This is the way we experience the pleasant moment all the time. So they are educating based on your family structure, based on the place you are living, based on your country cultural backgrounds. So everywhere we are being educated. You do this in order to get your happiness, in order to be getting into that, pleasant experience. You have to do this. So they say, like, you have to be knowledgeable person. So you study so that you can use your knowledge not only for your own sake to do different things, also to get a job, to generate income, so that you will be happy. And also the choice, okay, I like this, I don't like this. So based on that, then we choose people to whom I have to relate, to whom I should not relate. And in this way, we have been educated in other way, like, okay, this is what you need to do. There are like a lot of restriction from many places, from the family side also, from the society side also. and we have to go within that restrictions. Same time, we need to gain this pleasant moment. So that's why we can see that from childhood we have been looking for many things. Sometimes it's clear, sometimes it's not clear, sometimes we are happy, sometimes we are not happy. One day we are happy with parents, next day we are not happy with parents. Same goes with every relationship. And we keep on exploring from where I get that happy moment. That's why, like, even to whom you want to live forever. Why? Because you want to be happy for it all the time. You want to maintain that happy moment all the time. But even the relationship of partner or spouse or friend, it is not possible all the time. So we want some space. We want our own time. We want something different than what they like. And this kind of exploration constantly going on. But we don't want to lose what is the happiness we get, what is the pleasant moment we get. So to protect that, we are getting into other activities also. One thing, we know something, we gain some happy moment, we gain some pleasant experience, but that is not everlasting. That is ending after some time. So we have to change, replace. So we need to look for something else. And same way, what we gain, we want to protect also in a certain way. So we have to do something else to protect that also. Like animal, if you look into that, they need a simple shelter just to protect from enemies, protect from the environment, climate conditions. But for human beings, the principle is the same. The requirements are the same. Protect from enemies, protect from the environment. But our expectation is not that easy, that limited. We want a small house. We are happy. We don't want to stay on the roadside. We get a small house, happy. But when we get a small house, after some time, not enough. I need a little bigger than that. Working hard for that. Then getting that after some time, not good enough. Then I need a garden. I need a place to have few cars. So we can see that the source of happiness has the limitation. So because it has the limitation, we want to change that. When it was happy for some time is not giving the same amount of happiness. Still it is okay, but not the same amount of happiness, same kind of pleasant experience. So we want to get better experience than what we are gaining. Then we work for it. We go towards it. We fight for it. And we get old and die for it. That's the whole everybody's life story. Anybody, you can see that, you can ask them what is their life. They want to become somebody, something. They want to get that. They want to raise the family. And they want to get this job, should be done. Better job, better position, better status, better income. In the whole process, time gone. Return ticket sent already. And it's not only on the things, it goes with relationships also. Young days, want to have a partner. Also, then you have this, okay, I have to have, my own child, my own children. And spending all the time working for that, getting that, raising the family. After some time, then you need to work to take care of the family, then in order to really raise them in a right condition, then you need to work for that. Then after they grown up, then you have furthermore, you will be happy if they are happy. So you have to do things to make them happy, to get into the happy situation. Your happiness is not only depending on you now anymore. Now that pleasant experience or happiness is depending on how happy they are. There are many places you can see that all the stories. Many parents are like, not happy because something with their children. Something that the children are happy, but they are not doing according to the parents' expectation, so the parents are not happy. Many situations. And you can see that in the whole process, we keep ourselves very busy. The life is constantly moving on, constantly doing this and that. And we don't have even time to sit and look at that. I am doing that for what? Is it really necessary to go into this way? What is that the end result I'm looking for? The reason why we are not able to do that, because from young age, it's already we are getting this education. We are getting this, constant teaching, preaching, or even like, imposing. You have to do this, then only your life will be good. You should not do this, then the life is not good. So many different ways, like it's all given. So because of that, then what happens? It's already strongly instilled. Like how you change a dog into a vegetarian dog, then after some time that, they are happy with vegetarian food and they are only looking for that taste and they are getting into that. So here, for us, human beings, trained by parents, by society, by the world in a particular way, and that impressions are gone into everybody's mind very strong. There is no way to get back, to reverse back, to change just even when you know. So now this exploration or searching, I have to be happy. I have to have that peace of mind. So in order to get that, I am getting into many activities. So by right, what we supposed to do, we should have asked this: why anything I got into this experience of happiness is not staying all the time. I was happy if I get a small toy, a new shirt, a simple candy when I was young. After some time, that's no more the same amount of happiness. It's nice, but not same amount of happiness. Why? Why it is like that? And why I have been like, constantly changing not only things, even relationships, even people. Today I like this person, tomorrow I don't like. So it's this source of happiness we are working to get. In order to gain the happiness, in order to get that pleasant moment, we are working very hard. After gaining that, it is not giving that same amount of happiness or same way of happiness all the time. But we don't really sit and evaluate or analyze that. We keep changing things, we keep changing people. We don't have time, or we don't have any idea about it, how it works. Because that's how my parents lived. That's how the society is living. That's how everybody is running, doing things. So we are getting this small thing, place or people, then we want to get this type of education, this knowledge, and we want to go to this place, we want to eat this food, we want to hear this music, we want to see these things. It makes us very busier, and continuously we keep changing, running. Rather, okay, at the young age it is given. Until teenage or sometime we don't know, we have to follow, we're just doing things. But afterwards, that naturally this question is supposed to come. Why the source of happiness is not same all the time? The amount of happiness is not same all the time. Is it because the way I relate with that is something different, or fundamentally that is what their quality, that is what their nature? If you like ice cream, especially when it comes with the flavor, mango ice cream, like a big size, a cone shape, and on top of that, I add some chocolate just in the corner, chocolate cream, and in the middle have some, almond cashew nut with a caramel flavor. So all is your favorite thing. Mango, nuts, chocolate, just one scoop, just like, a small teaspoon of it. Heaven. It is heaven. We say that, right? So yummy. Heavenly taste. The thing is, nobody knows how is heaven. Nobody experienced, right? But we have that assumption. But it is not giving the same heavenly taste all the time. Things are same, nothing changing. It's the same size, same cone, same mango, same nuts, same chocolate. But even even the mango comes from the same tree. Everything is connect. But after a few days, it is not giving. You are not able to, the heavenly taste changing into, transforming into, yuck, I can't eat anymore. Changes. Things are changes, right? We just take that granted. That's how it is, because my stomach is not accepting. Taste buds are like that. Taste buds are not happy after some time when we are getting the same thing. That's why people change their appearance, getting into new type of dresses, new hairstyles, new colorings, so that the others will not get bored seeing the same face every day. Not only others, they themselves will get bored seeing the mirror every day. So today the hair is okay longer, tomorrow it has to be the other way. Short cut, long cut, different color, different things, so that they feel fresh, they feel nice. The people say that, right? When they change those things, they feel like they get a new energy. But we don't really spend time to look into that, why it is like that, why the source is the same, everything is the same, but why that is not the same. The happiness is not same, the pleasant moment is not the same. And also, when we are gaining the knowledge also, any type of knowledge, we look into that. We learn maths, we learn science, we learn literature, we learn computer things, everything, like whatever we learn. And it is like nice, enjoying whatever the subject you like. After some time, we want to learn more, we want to know more, because that is ever evolving. Always there is new things are coming, new innovation, new discovery, new inventions keep on coming. So we want to learn more, get more. You can see that we want to gain the knowledge in order to do things. It may be not connected with the happy moment. Sometimes I don't want to study, but I have to get that, so that like I will get the other thing. That's the root. But what is the eventual expectation? What we want to achieve eventually is that happy moment, pleasant moment. So as a thinking person, as a person has this sixth sense, a special status, we supposed to ask this question: why this happiness is not same all the time? Why it is fluctuating? Why it is changing? Why it is even going to the opposite side of that happiness? If we get into that question, if we get into that kind of inquiry, that's where the mind slowly awakening, start to see the reality of each stuff. Until then, we just take everything granted. Granted in the sense like, that's how it is. We just put it this way. Why I don't like this food today, yesterday I liked, that's how it is. Taste buds like that. Why I like this place, yesterday, today I didn't like, that's how it is. We just say that, the mind is keep changing. Just a general statement we give, and we just move forward, look for other thing, work for other thing, run for other thing. Rather, using the same mind, we supposed to look, we have to have that curiosity. I worked very hard and I got that, but after some time I don't care at all. The people, like when they do things, like you can see that at home, they decorate, the home very nicely in a particular way. After some time, you can see that to maintain that decoration, they need to do certain maintenance. That means what? Constantly they need to do something with that. But as busy with other thing, they don't have that time. There is no attention. There is no interest is given. But before that, worked very hard to get that. Like this, like many things in the life, we continuously keep on changing, but we don't inquire that first. Why it is like that? If the happiness will not last for long time, why I need to work hard to gain that momentary happiness? Supposed to be that natural question, right? Suppose you are working for this pose, say Shirasasana, headstand, and you want to get that, balancing in the middle, working for that. Preparing, doing other postures, using the props, this, that, attending this class, this workshop, this retreat, working a lot, gaining that. After getting to that, knack of balancing in the middle, 3 minutes, 5 minutes comfortably. And if achieving that state for a month, if you are not able to do afterwards, you worked hard for a few months or few years to get into this headstand, comfortably in the middle to balance. After 1 month, suppose you lose that completely. You are not able to balance. You can't even like put your head down there. You can't even like lift your leg. Or even if you lift the leg, you can't stay there. Will you work for it? Will you really spend all your time? Will you really spend all your, money and energy, everything? No. Right? If you know very well, okay, in my life, what is my ambition? At least one time I have to stand on my head without any support, comfortably. That is what my aim. Fine. Yes, you can work for it. You achieve that. Once you achieve, you are happy, fine, finish. But you are working very hard, but your interest is to really gain that experience, gain that technique, gain that skill. But you work hard, got that, after some time, you are not able to do. Suppose you got old, you gained this Shirsasana, then at the age of maybe 70, 80, then you may not be able to do the same way you have done before. That's a different reason. Okay, but you achieve that, after 1 month it is gone. We will not do that. We will not work for it. We know very well it is not worth. There is no gain for that. There is no achievement from that. But in the life, we have been doing that, many things like that, but we don't really look into that. We are running behind many things, only one purpose. I want to have a happy moment. I want to experience that pleasantness. That is the aim. Whatever you do, you want to have a big bungalow, you want to have a big car, you want to really study the maximum thing in somewhere in the greatest university in the world. And you want to be a rich person. You want to invent a new thing. You want to do service to the humanity. Whatever you do, you want to raise your children in a better way, great way, with all the facilities, everything. Whatever you do, what we want to achieve at the end, the pleasant moment, the pleasant experience, happiness, peace of mind. But in the process, when we are working for that, it is whatever we are keep on running, changing things, it is not happening. It is not the same all the time. That means why I am not looking into, why I am not questioning if my ultimate aim or what I am really look for all the time is that one destination, and knowing very well when I am doing something, that happy moment, that pleasant moment is not going to stay all the time, but still why I am running behind things or people. Why I am not questioning why I am not inquiring what is the nature of existence, why it is likeness is not staying there all the time. that pleasant moment, when I will working, like when I'm moving, all these many activities, different activities, can I really know, oh, is it something like, I do that I will get that happy moment without changing that nature, without changing that condition. We don't inquire that, or we don't look for it. We will see that why, what is the reason, why we are not really looking into that. And also, even if we know why we are not able to stop. But before really go into that, we need to have this fundamental clarity. Whatever I am doing, whatever I am pursuing in the life, my only aim is to gain happiness, to be in that pleasant moment all the time. And you can look into that. Even if we human beings have many choices and different situations, but every other beings, you can see that they move into only one direction, towards that. They want to live, don't want to die, because that is an unpleasant experience. They don't want to go starving, so want to get food, and they want to stay in a place comfortably. That comfort zone only within that small circle, limited, and it is programmed in that way, the whole life working for that. But for us human beings, huge thing, great space up to the universe, so many choices, that we can ask this question. Animals don't have that. Our dog won't ask every time why I have to look for food. Every time when you give a treat, why I have to do everything, whatever you are saying. It will not ask this question. It knows very well that if you do this, if I do that, I will get the treat. So his aim is to get the treat, working for it. More than that, there is no more question. Their whole things are limited, programmed in that way. But for us, human beings, we can inquire, we can ask this question, we can really go into the whole structure of it, everything, whatever happening. But we still not evolving from that animal mindset. So we put into our own circle, ourselves. So we change things. Animals cannot change things. They have very limited choice. But we use that extra sense, sixth sense, special sense. Instead of using that to inquire, we use that to make varieties, to make all the alternatives or other choices. Today, this happiness from here, tomorrow from here, tomorrow from there. So it is like, we keep altering things and make ourselves busy. See, there is nothing wrong altering things and like making ourselves busy working for that. But that happy moment is not just very easy to get. That is what this whole challenge. We get this one, I'm happy, but tomorrow I'm not happy, so I'm changing the other thing, fine. But this whole process to gain something, to hold on that, and if I'm not happy, to work for something else, to gain that and hold on that, it takes a lot of energy. In the process, we were losing that happy moment. And not only that, in many times, we are unhappy. So we are experiencing that unpleasant moments. It's like, continuously it goes like that. unpleasant moment, unpleasant moment, unpleasant moment, unpleasant moment. Then there is a happy moment. That happy moment for some time, again you have to work for something else, unpleasant, 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 happy moment. Again, unpleasant, 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 happy moment. But we have to get into that happy moment. We have to tolerate, not just tolerate. We have to complain about these unpleasant moments, but still we have no other choice because our aim is to get that pleasant moment. But if we ask question, if we are really like inquire that everything, like why my pleasant moment is not same all the time, then things will reveal a different side of it. Our whole perception get into a new approach, new method, new zone. But we don't do that. So we got into this cycle. And that's what all the masters are saying. We are all into this cycle, birth and death cycle. When they say birth and death cycle, it includes everything. You can see that, okay, I take birth, but from there, the life starts. As the life starts, we keep on going into do things, changing things, exploring things, experiencing, not happy, unhappy, happy, unhappy. One fine day, happily die. I don't know how many of us are really going to die happily. But there are people, they are waiting for that, okay, let me go from all these problems. And people they don't want to go. Because even though the happy moments are very short duration, they have to work hard for that, but still there is a natural instinct, right, to survive. So they don't want to. So that's what this whole concept of birth and death cycle, we got into that. We get trapped into that. If other beings, whatever that cycle, whatever that birth and death cycle they are getting into, nothing to do. They can't do anything. They can't change anything. But human beings can aware of this birth and death cycle, can realize the trap, and can inquire further, what is this whole concept of life? Then the real question comes, what am I searching in life? Until then, we have been working hard. I have ambition in my life that I have to be the top person in my university. We worked very hard. See, you can see that what is that furthermore. We work for that to get the top rank in the university. But if you achieve, you are happy, and it is not ending, then the next one, next achievement. And if you are not able to achieve, it is not that, okay, I didn't achieve, it is fine. No. That becomes unhappy moment. Because I wanted to achieve that, but I couldn't achieve that. Then in the life, it's keep on adding. You want to do, not able to do. See, we want to do something, we get happy, but the happiness is not staying longer. We want to do something and we are not able to do, we are unhappy, but that unhappiness is there all the time. You can look into that. If we want to get this top position in my rank, because all the time you are not going to study, but that regret, that unpleasant moment will stay with us all the time. I wanted to do that. I worked hard, but this happened, that happened, I couldn't do that. I want to get this top level certificate, right? So I'm working hard, but it happened this way, that way, I couldn't get it. Regret and happiness is there all the time. But we don't look into that. We don't like really explore that. We just take everything granted, and we are continuously leading the life, running the life. And those who have got time to look into, to explore, and this question comes naturally, why all these things are not giving that happiness all the time? Why it is momentary? What is the nature of that? That's what then they found. This is a big cycle, birth and death cycle. I'm looking for it. I want to work for it. I want to get that. I'm not able to get that, and it is not ending. That strong impression getting into, and I am continuing after death also. So those who are experienced, then they are giving this further knowledge. We are continuously running to get that. This is what we want to achieve, but we don't realize that, and we got into this birth and death cycle. Then where is the real happiness? Where I get this happiness which will not disappear, irrespective of the place, person, situation, time, anything. Where I can get that happiness, that pleasant moment, it will not disappear. Where I will get this pleasant experience, this happiness, it will be there all the time. One time I achieve, one time I work hard, afterwards I don't need to work for that again, irrespective of conditions. And that's where comes other trap. And it's not only this birth and death trap. We get into this question, somehow you come to this understanding, you got this wake up call that we are chasing the pleasant moment, we are looking for happiness, but whatever we are working for, that it is not permanent, it is keep changing. We got into this until this understanding. Then this next question comes, where is that real happiness? Where I can get that pleasant moment which stays all the time? And there we get into other trap, which we explore in the next session. What is the nature of that trap, and how even though that's where like a lot of people, as I said that, right, as I said last time, they even connected with all the spiritual masters and teachers, but still no answer, no clarity. And how we get into this, or what are the things like we need to look into that, which I will explore together with you. And when we get into this discussion, I hope you are not just listening. Yes, you are listening now, but there should be a continuity to bring that awareness or that knowledge in the activity, whatever you are doing. Like last session, we were focusing, we are looking for only happy moment, we are looking for only pleasant experience. So you relate with the daily life, whatever you are looking into that. You ask question, okay, why I'm doing this? If I don't do, what happens? If I get, what happens? After getting, what happens? Same thing I did before, what happened? Same thing I'm doing now, what will happen? These kind of inquiries, these kind of questions you need to make. Contemplation on that. So when we do that contemplation, in fact, many things we have been doing all this while. but we didn't see that the full picture of that. But when we look aware of that now with these questions, it will reveal the reality, the real nature of whatever you are doing. That transforms as knowledge. That transforms as your experience. And that stays longer, or that stays forever. You don't need any book to refer for that. You don't need any teacher master to give certificate. Yes, you realize that. No need. It is your experience, your knowledge. Until it happens, we can listen, we can explore, but it will not transform as your knowledge. So continue that. Like now, today what we focused is anything we do, anywhere we gain the experience of happiness, pleasant experience, is not staying all the time. Is momentary, it is keep changing. Anything, person, thing, places, food, anything you take, anything we want to get that, anything we work for that pleasant experience, it is not staying all the time. It is momentary, it is not permanent, and we have to keep on looking for something else, or again and again we need to work for that. So that's what you need to look into. Now you need to see that, is it true? Is it really true? Is it what happening in my life? Is it what I'm doing? So I'm looking for this and that. Is it like that pleasant experience or happiness is momentary? You can start with your spouse. You can ask this question. Okay, with spouse, I want to have this eternal happiness, but is it the spouse, partner, children, all these relationship, is it like momentary experience? Is it true? Start to explore from there. Explore in everything, question it, review the experience, review the activity, then naturally you will gain the knowledge, you will gain the experience. It will naturally make you to look for something furthermore. And that's the way we go step by step in coming sessions. Okay. Is there any questions? So if you want to share some of your experience, please, you can share also. You have any other, along with what we are doing. So not something, a different thing, along with what we are exploring. Okay. Is it not the pursuit of spirituality another chase to find happiness? The promise of spirituality is getting lasting happiness. Is this a leap of faith due to not getting lasting happiness in the pursuit of limited, or not lasting happiness in the physical pursuit? Is it not the pursuit of spirituality another chase to find happiness? The division that physical pursuit or material pursuit or ordinary pursuit or spiritual pursuit, special pursuit, ultimate pursuit, this division is, until we don't know about it, until we don't get the clarity about the differences between these two. But when we look into furthermore, when we are gaining this experience furthermore, we will know there is no such thing. There is no material pursuit, there is no spiritual pursuit, there is no difference, anything that sort of. But when the people are explaining, or when the people are communicating, to have a clarity or to give these differences, if you are not working towards, if you are not working towards knowing your nature or reality, if you are working for other things, worldly experience, worldly pursuit. So they divide that as a material pursuit. And if you are working towards yourself or God or meditation, this and that, they separate it or divide as a spiritual pursuit. But actually speaking, there is no difference, because the spirituality is not something different than whatever we are doing now. Because spirit is there everywhere. If you look into anything, even like the object which is not even life, inert thing, so it cannot be separated than the actual spirit or spirituality. But we don't have the understanding, we separate these things. In fact, the other people who will say the people who doesn't want to go to meditation, doesn't want to getting into pranayama, or even like doesn't want to go to like any kind of like these teachings, then they separate it. I'm working for making money. It's not like a special thing. These people are working on the spiritual side. That is the special thing. That is the great thing. They even create that kind of like a division. So, which is not true. There is only one pursuit, everybody. But we can separate it in two ways. Knowingly they are pursuing themselves. Unknowingly they are pursuing themselves. The whole pursuit is looking for happiness. Not just momentarily, forever. Want to have that present moment, not that momentarily, forever. That is the only pursuit, everybody's pursuit. Not just human being, any being's pursuit. That is the only pursuit. But we can divide into this way. Knowingly we pursue, unknowingly we pursue. That's all. That's the way we can divide it. The spirituality material, it is more for communication purpose, but there is no such thing actually speaking. So, which is not true. The promise of spirituality is getting lasting happiness. Is this a leap of faith due to not getting lasting happiness in the pursuit of limited, or not lasting happiness in the physical pursuit? Yeah, which I will see that in the next session. As I said, when we are looking for this, where is the real happiness? There is a trap, furthermore trap, right? So which we will explore in the next session. So the next question. So the whole process of dividing experiences into pleasant and unpleasant is the root of all trouble. The whole process, as we say, like we are looking for pleasant experience, right? Happiness. But is it the root of all trouble? If we stop dividing, instead just taking things as they are, is that the solution? That's supposed to be the solution. But that solution is very much doable or achievable in the paper as a theory. Why I'm saying it can be achievable as a theory? The mind will function in the dual nature generally, right? So when we relate with others, as long as this body mind sense complex is there, there is a division, me and others. What we are gaining by this pursuit is, what is the nature of this division? The division is not disappearing. What is the nature of this division and how it is working? That is what we are gaining. Otherwise, all the masters, if they see there is no division, everything is there as they are, they don't need to really think about it to teach you about this subject. They don't need to even think of like sharing what they are knowing this subject. They know very clearly what they know. The others, they don't know. Why? The mind, as long as the mind is seeing me and others, The mind coming into waking state, me and others. So we see it very clearly. The differences are there. But whatever the knowledge we are gaining is, we understand the reality, the nature of that, how it works. So even if we say, okay, let me take things as they are, and that is a neutral state, you are going to be there all the time. So when it is the neutral state all the time, there is no what is called what you are calling, like there is no even like a question of that pursuing something, because the neutral state is there all the time. There is no question of this pleasant and unpleasant moment, but it works on what you call the experientially for you. But when we are coming to others, communicate, even this discussion, there is no way we can communicate. The communication can be done only when we have these differences. Eventually, of course, this concept of pleasant and unpleasant is disappearing. It is going into different way. But it is not possible for us to understand or realize that straight away, that the state of no division, that the singularity, in other way, that completely staying in the pure consciousness state. That's where it is happening. Other time, no. So as long as this body mind is there, yes, we are connecting with that way. That's where this differences we have to look into, we have to say. And it is not the root of all trouble. Right now, yes, but the trouble is there all the time already. It is not like now we are creating the division. We are not now, from now we are starting, this is unpleasant time and this is pleasant time. From now, it is not we are starting. The division is there already. That's how this whole system works. When a child taking birth, it comes with that duality nature. Immediately it is crying. Immediately then it is hungry. Then the division started from there. The whole life, the whole earth, whole universe does not exist if there is no division. So it is already created from the time, in fact, like from mother's womb. In fact, it prepared from previous lives also, right? So the division is the reality, it is there already. But now we are realizing the division is the trouble, root of the trouble. Yes. So it's not we are starting now, it is there already. And definitely it is the root. But how we can make the division disappear? That is what we are exploring. So that is what we are trying to get the clarity. What is the nature of this division? We have to explore that from the division only. We have to even communicate with that division only. There is no other choice. There is no other way we can do that. That's why it looks like the process is complicated. But once we start to aware, ask question, explore, giving full attention, then we start to see the reality of everything. Then we realize the nature of every division. Division will be there still. As long as the mind is there, division will be there all the time. Okay. So the goal, work, achieved, be happy. Then next, goal, work, not achieved, also be happy. So be happy no matter what, be happy for no reason. Is this theoretically the right way of seeing it? You are closer to that, but not exactly. See, what you are saying, I have a goal, so I'm working for that. I achieved it. I'm happy. I have a goal. I'm working for that, but I'm not able to achieve. This is the two situation. Okay. So no matter, just be happy. There is no need to work hard for that. And I say there is no need to work, the my screen disappeared. It's shutting off on its own. Do you hear me? Do you hear me now? Yeah. So when we realize that whatever happens, okay. So Nikki, after that, all the messages gone. I don't know who else like typed. I mean, put messages. All those messages gone. But Nikki, I know. So for you, you don't need to repeat. If others, if you put any question, please afterwards, whatever you typed, it's gone. So this, when we say that already I achieved, I'm happy. I don't achieve, I'm still happy. I can have that happy moment all the time. Then naturally we can see that the goal disappears. We don't have any ambition afterwards, and we don't need to really work hard for that. You can have a choice. Yes, I just want to do that. But, and that is what called neutral state. As for the previous question, the division disappears, right? How the division disappears? Because we know the reality of everything. The happiness, we are not, the happy moment or pleasant moment, we are not depending on others or other things. So that clarity comes. When we get that clarity, first thing, we don't complain. See, it starts with your partner. It starts with your children. It starts with your family members. You don't simply get angry. You can deliberately get angry. That's different. But you don't simply got triggered. I wanted to do this way, but you are doing the other way. How come you can do this way? How many times I told you? I have been repeatedly telling for last 10 years. You don't get this kind of frustration. You don't get this kind of irritation. Why? You know very well, they will do the way they want. You have to accept no other choice, whether it comes right way, whether it comes wrong way. But still you can tell, can you do this way? Why you have to do this way? You can keep on still continue. Or you have the choice. I just accept whatever you are doing happily. I know very well you will do what you will do. Very simple. It goes that way, right? So that is the neutral state supposed to gain by this contemplation, by this clarity. I hope you listened to everything. Okay. The next question. So even when you pursue something, even when you plan for something, more than likely things or situation will change, which you are not in control of. Then frustration arrive with sadness to a level of depression. So the unfulfilled desire creates an unpleasant experience. So if you pursue something without the attachment to the result, this will not create pleasant or unpleasant experience. Is this the awakening that we are looking for? Let us take the first part. Even when you pursue something, even when you plan for something, more likely things or situation will change, which you are not in control of. Then frustration arriving with sadness to a level of depression. So what we need to see here, what we need to really get to know here, very clearly, not just knowledge wise, even by experience wise, very clearly, thoroughly we know we can have a goal, we can have plan, We can work hard for that, but the result cannot be the same all the time as per our expectation. Even out of 12 times, 10 times you may get the same result. Other 2 times, not possible. Even the 12 times you may get the same result, but after time, when you are getting into the next time, 13th time, 14th time, it may be different. Whatever working for this period of time, after a century it may change. After 10 years it may change. So, because the whole universe is constantly evolving, the evolution have not stopped. The creation is not ended. It's been going on, constantly going on, everlasting. It is continuously going on. It will go. There is no way the creation is going to stop. The evolution is going to stop. So as it is constantly moving on, so this will not end, right? So the result is not, because there are many factors. Everything is variable, so many variable factors will come in. So when we have that clarity, then we can plan something, we can have some ambition, we want to get something, we can get that, we can work for it, but very clearly I know all the time I may not get the same result. This is the clarity. This is the knowledge, not on paper. My own experience, I see very clearly. Every individual seeing it very clearly. When that is clear, because of habit, you may get frustration first time, second time, third time. But when you are constantly reminding you, constantly making you to see that, then slowly you can see that old frustration, old habit of angry, old habit of that depression, all will disappear, all will change. So you will be evolved person. This is what evolution with every individual being. So you will be an evolved person to accept things as they are, irrespective of your hard work, irrespective of energy, money, whatever you spend. You can make a plan very, 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 very precise, but still the end result is not necessarily all the time the same. That's it. So now this, because of this clarity, you will change the nature of this frustration also. So the unfulfilled desire creates an unpleasant experience. So what happens? That will be disconnected. The unfulfilled desire cannot create unpleasant experience, because already you start to see things. You start to receive things in this way, objective way. So as the knowledge takes place, you get the clarity and you are ready for it. In fact, you will be surprised if all the time happening the same way as you are expecting. That's the time you can think, I got already the miracle. I got already the miracle power. I got the siddhi. I think, I plan, it works the same way, but still not necessarily all the time, right? So that will totally like getting into a different mindset, different reality. So if you pursue something without the attachment to the result, this will not create pleasant or unpleasant experience. Yeah. So it is not that you are getting attachment. In fact, afterwards, that's what I'm saying. You don't, nothing to do, nothing to attach actually. Very, very clear. Everything is momentary. When it is very momentary, what is the point getting attached with something? Even the good habits of us, that's where like we get frustrated. The people get frustrated when they work hard, gaining some good habit. After some time, that is disappearing, and they feel that frustrated because I worked hard and everything. Even this good habit is disappearing. That also will go. So when we have that, then this whole concept also will transform. That we will see afterwards. Okay, so in short, we have to accept as it is. It is the ultimate thing, and this brings to the permanent happiness. For now, yes, but that is not the ultimate thing. And in fact, there is no concept of happiness. Maybe that's a thing you can think about it. I'm not straight away want to get into that way. Let's go step by step. At least let us get this clarity that we are working for happiness. We want to have pleasant moment all the time. And whatever we are working now, whatever we are gaining now, it is not giving that pleasant moment all the time. It is very momentary. At least this much we have to be clear. Then next session we will explore where is that real happiness is. Okay. Thank you all. Thanks for listening. And let's continue this exploration through coming sessions. Namaste. Good night.